the details, go to askingradio.com.
Hello, my Cootie. Asking Radio is here. Tell everyone you know. The wait is over. 98.5 Speed FM.
Catch us if you can.
It's been a welcome to the show for everyone. This is Extra Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. So if we were a baby, we'll be 2 years and 3 days. Yeah. So Asking Radio is 2 years on the FM band, 10 years online, still there. So it's Extra Speed and of course bringing extra talk to your life, beginning from the family to the society to the entire world and humanity. Wherever you are receiving us, askingradio.com, anywhere in the world, you are able to receive us there. And we're streaming live also on Facebook, and after the show you will find us on YouTube as well. Today on Extra Speed, I am King James YiYE together with
MMEMSHiMA King.
Right, so we are going to look at tolerance. Tolerance, yeah. So it's an everyday thing, from the house to your workplace,
exactly,
to the bike you are hopping on, even if you're walking to anywhere, the person you're meeting, to the shop owner, you know, it's
everywhere.
Everywhere. Tolerance is staring at you and saying, "Are you going to tolerate me?"
Even at the bank.
Yeah, at the bank, I had to shout the other day. You know. So tolerance. I think there is a World Tolerance Day.
Yes, there is.
In October?
October, 26.
Right. Yeah. So, but before then, it's something that happens every day. So we are here to look at it on Extra Speed, and you can join us on Facebook. Or when you call 08084 to 75464, we'll be asking you what's your level of tolerance. Should we give from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Let's say from 1 to 10.
Okay, 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
How much do you tolerate? 08084 to 75464. And of course, it's more like, so is it important to tolerate people's excesses and all of that? Everybody knows what tolerance is. Let's assume everybody listening to us, they know what tolerance is. And again, if you decide to ask us a question about Asking Radio, if you don't know what tolerance is, you can ask us a question about Asking Radio. 2 years, 3 days, and we're still on it. Extra Speed here, and it's King James YiYE together with
MMEMSHiMA King.
So, Memshi, how much do you tolerate me?
I wasn't expecting that question.
Exactly.
But I think I have been tolerating you very well.
With my bad behavior.
Thank God I'm not the one saying it. You are the one saying it.
Yeah, say it. Let the world hear you.
Everybody, they know. And they know that you're the one that said it. I didn't say anything. But I think, yes, we've been tolerating ourselves.
Don't say it.
Yes,
how you
I have been
me.
tolerating you. Yeah, let me just say, I will take my own to 10.
Wow.
Yes, I have.
Okay, but I've been a very bad husband.
No. I'm not saying you have been. You're a good husband. You're
So why do you
good.
tolerate?
There are some things that it's well, sure.
Say them. Let people know.
There are some things that I don't really think that we should argue about, but we find ourselves arguing about it. And at times I feel like by this time, like, you should understand this part of me, but you refuse to, and you just want me to actually do what you want. But then you should know that I'm trying,
Trying.
Yes, I'm trying.
For how many years?
Okay, this is like the number of years we've been together compared to the number of years I had been in my parents' house. I'm still trying to adjust. So I just feel like you should try and just understand and just know that I will definitely get there. But then you don't. We just end up quarreling and shouting,
Let Engineer Akpa not hear you, because I don't quarrel.
It's a normal thing.
It's not. I don't
It's a
quarrel.
normal thing in every marriage.
But you are telling lies against me now. 08084275464. People of God, I don't quarrel. That's not.
That's not you.
That's not like me. Anybody that knows me.
They know you don't quarrel.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
08084275464. Do you tolerate people's excesses? And as always, and as usual, Alama Shagodibi team is out to ask people this.
Well, it's a very nice program, though. I'm not ready to tolerate anything again in this Nigeria, because things is getting out of hand. Fuel every day increasing. Absolute strike. A lot of things I'm not ready to tolerate again. In fact, I'm ready to leave this country. I'm not tolerating anything in this Nigeria again. Na tata bombose eji ihe. Agana edidi ihe ruo mgbe one. O ememunzie mu anazi edi. Ndi mu amandikwe ni obula na eme n'obodo abụ Nigeria again. Edijuola m. Ọ dị impossible self agbapụ m n'obodo a. Ana m edijuola m.
Me, I would ask you to translate.
It's the same thing she said in English.
Okay.
She can't tolerate.
And she's ready to leave the country.
To Japan, yeah.
I think it's up to her neck now. She can't take it anymore. But I understand the pain. I understand the frustration. Every year you feel it's going to get better, but it gets bad, worse, and in fact, the level of annoyance in Nigeria, and I think in her, let's say
expressing herself.
Yeah, in her, it's I can understand with the way she's raging. I understand.
Okay, so let's understand with her, but let's say she's ready to go where?
I don't know.
Benin Republic,
maybe Libya,
Togo. So easier said than done. Yeah. I don't know how easy it is for her to Japan to where she is thinking that she can't tolerate Nigeria.
Yes.
But of course, she has brought out issues, instability of prices, of commodities,
strike.
especially fuel. Yeah, strike. She's tired of ASU because ASU, I think they've given 3-week notice again. That's 21 day ultimatum as always. Every administration that comes, ASU is trying to do that every time. They always say that the demands are not met, so they're always, So, but she is tired of ASU.
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
Right. So she thinks a lot of undergraduates at the point thought ASU was another university because they keep hearing of ASU. So she has tired of Nigeria.
Yes.
She can't tolerate it. But obviously, given 2 reasons: ASU and fuel costs. We have a caller.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, MMEMSHiMA King, the radio wizard.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, King James YiYE, the radio wizard.
Good morning.
Congratulations once again, Daria, for your 2 years
Thank
on
you.
the broadcasting. Yeah.
Thank you.
I heard you very well. I heard you very well.
Yes.
MMEMSHiMA, I heard you very well.
Thank you. King James made me.
I listen when your husband say, "Lady, you don't hear you." You see, I heard you very well, and in fact, I said, look, this is a very good family. Family of honesty. And, the way people spoke frankly, that is the way it is. There's no need to pretend about it. We're all married. There are times that, you must definitely, even people have a proverb that the tongue and the teeth, they are very close to each other. But they still quarrel sometimes. Teeth can bite the tongue. No matter how close they are. So marriage itself is is a bed of thorns and roses. There is your ability to manage a home that will make the roses overshadow the thorns. Because in life, seriously, if there are no arguments, there are no frictions, the life cannot be smooth. It cannot even be thick. Like in physics, the friction that causes movement to be smooth. So that is, you're talking about is normal, measurement between husband and wife, which is normal.
Yes.
So I still rate your relationship very, very high and very instructive to other families to come.
Thank you.
Now, coming back to the subject of the day, tolerance. I personally am not comfortable with that word. Even though you have United Nations Declaration of a Day of Tolerance, or this or that, I personally am not comfortable with that word.
Why?
I think I prefer, I will tell you. You know, when you say, I tolerate this person, you're already putting yourself in a position of being more important than the other person. Why are you the standard? Then somebody is falling short of standard, then you are tolerating that person. That is, I don't know. You see, there should be equal rights. There should be a society where everybody is somebody and nobody is nobody. Nobody is the standard. They say, no, this person has not met my standard, so I'll be tolerating him or I'll be tolerating her. Why are you tolerating somebody? Why does that person not have his own right? I think the better thing, I personally always is that everybody is important, everybody's opinion is important, and there should be equal right and justice, not that you are tolerating somebody, you are trying to manage somebody. I think you can understand what I say. I try to read between the lines.
I understand you,
Okay.
but the other side of it is if you are able to, just endure or just make do with what your government or society has failed to provide for you, like the lady saying that, of course. So would you blame her because she's not talking about an individual now, but perhaps the system?
Let me quote one of the American presidents that says, "Don't be talking about what your country will do for you, but what you do for the country." What does that lady do? What does it contribute to the country? He's talking of jackpot. What does it know about the other country? You see, King James, you have been there before now.
Yes.
You're in a better position to tell people. You see, people will go there say, land, as if you go there, you're a foreigner. In fact, the way
Third class.
What do they call it? Xenophobia and racial discrimination that is there. Look, the freedom we have here, people don't know. People don't value what they have. Seriously. I am somebody that I always value and I always thank God for whatever I have in my life. But people don't know. They think it's better than when you go there, you see the difference. The way they discriminate against you. One of my friend's daughter went to America recently. New Jersey is a doctor. I went to treat one white man. The other, a black man. This young girl, black man, Nigerian, coming to treat me. Why? See that kind of discrimination. You understand? So they'll be there. You know what? Our people call it the Kurubi. We go there, you go to Kurubi, you make money. I live. It's not as if it's better there. I must say it. I must say Nigeria is a blessed country.
Of course.
But by and large, I think endurance is also important in life now. It's important in life. Patience. If you are not patient about anything, you will never make a headway. You have to be patient about everything. Don't complain. People who complain, they give their life to complain. They are the worst offenders. You complain about somebody, you don't know that maybe you are also offending that person. Have you thought of that? Somebody say something, one missionary say something that sin is like a mountain. When you're on top of that mountain, you don't see it, I see others. So a lot of people don't see their shortcomings, they only see the shortcomings of other people. Let us work on ourselves. Change begins with us. It begins with me.
Of course, that's true.
So nobody should Andrew. Nobody should Andrew this country. Say Andrew, say I'm checking out.
Yeah.
Check out to where? Check out to where? Say I want to jackpot. They go there, they enslave them, and they come back again poorer than what they have been before.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
that's my contribution, though, and I speak from my genuine heart.
No, you are right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you.
So, as a way of analyzing what he has said, he's simply saying that at the individual level, when you begin to say you're tolerating somebody, you are trying to put yourself better than them. That is why you think they have excesses that you are tolerating. So even at the level of your society or your country that's seemingly not doing what you expect, he is pushing it back to you that what have you done for your own country? And again, to Japa, this is an unknown land that you just think milk and honey, and then it's not. So you remember that program I did for the BBC about migration? So it's brain drain. That was how we call the talk. And a guy who wanted that I can't tolerate this country, I can't endure again, and I want to check out. And a graduate, so he was scammed off 300,000 sometime way back in 2006. So I had a professor who was in US and came back to Nigeria at Norfolk University and came back to Nigeria on sabbatical and was at the University of Abuja. And he says 300,000, lucky 300,000. You would have bought a KK. I think Keke Nape was out. Then, you know how much you would have done with that money.
That's true.
But you are giving somebody. Look, I went to the United States of America. I had my PhD, but I worked as a security man for 8 years. Lucky 8 years. I had my PhD. I had all my papers, but I worked for 8 years. And then I asked Lucky, his family, the professor's family, was still in the US, so he just came on sabbatical. So I now said, Lucky, are you thinking that these guys are just saying things that don't make sense to you because he has his family there and he's telling you not to go? Lucky said, exactly.
Of course, that's the first thing everybody would think. You telling me not to go there, but your family, they are still there. So what's the difference?
Okay.
Let me go there too first.
Exactly. 08084275464. That's 08084275464. And his extra speed tolerance. That's what we're looking at. What do you think? And we have a caller here.
Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Emeka Anyok from North Bank, Makodi, Benue State.
Okay, good morning, Emeka.
Yes, I love this topic very well. It is a good topic. And I do believe that if all of us will tolerate one another, we will not have high blood pressure.
That's
if
true.
we tolerate one another, we will never envy anybody. And at the same time, we can help people. You see, many people today leave this country based on the ground that maybe due to they doesn't have something. Like those days, Andrew told us during the military era that he's checking out of the country. Why? Because things were not moving well.
Yeah.
He said he's checking. If you are checking out of this country today, where will you go? What will you do in those countries if you cannot tolerate your country and do the needful to your country? So, for example, today, if you have something, you do. Not that Nigeria have nothing. Not that Nigeria is all down like that. There are people in this country today who can feed other countries, make other countries better. In this country, Nigeria as a whole, I am telling you, there are citizens of this country who can make sure that other countries survive because of the money that they are having. If they channel those money that they are having in this country today, or bring whatever they are having, their investment outside the country, this country today will be more than Dubai. But because they doesn't tolerate people in this country, because they doesn't believe in people in this country, because they doesn't want development in this country, and that is why you see many of them siphoning money out of this country to other countries, whereby at the end of the day, those monies in those countries are being seized. And sometimes when those countries use those money, finish. Maybe when you are being probed, they'll say they will bring. But the gain, they have taken the gain from those areas. So we must tolerate this country. We must do something for this country. We must bring all our resources. The houses you are building, many houses you are having for yourself today. Can you give one poor person, say, I am using this house, I'm giving you for a free? In this country today, instead of giving people palliatives, one mudu of rice, 3 mudus of rice, you say you ask people to line up. Those 100 houses, those 100 cars you are having parked in your houses, can you remove one and give to people as means of tolerating? These are the things we have to ask ourselves. There are many people in these countries today, my brother. Like today, you have established radio. We are hearing. We are contributing. How many people can use their own money that they are hiding today to establish companies that people will benefit from in their villages? Instead, they will run to America. Instead, they will run to Dubai. Instead, they will run to Abuja. Why can't they develop those their poor areas and make sure that their brothers and sisters and friends get employment in those areas? I am telling you, until when you tolerate, then you will not have blood pressure. If you don't tolerate, then you will continue having blood pressure. And you will continue, because you who have cars, I thank God because of this fuel issue. Those days you will see one man having 100 cars in his car park, and he will not drive everything.
Okay.
And he will fuel all. But today, how many of them can fuel their cars? They cannot fuel their cars. So I am of the opinion that until when every one of us tolerate one another, we can keep our people living together. You can make Nigeria great. You can make these poor people you go every day. You give them palliative. Why are you giving them palliative when you have chains of cars? You have many motors. You have many businesses you are running somewhere. How many of your people have you put in those businesses?
They have heard you.
What give you opportunity? What do you do? Thank you very much. God bless the FM and bless Nigerians as we continue listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, you see from Emeka's analysis, fuel scarcity is somehow an advantage to him.
To him, yeah.
But the first lady that spoke, fuel scarcity and ASU strike are the two reasons why she would like to japa. So, but he has said so many things. Tolerance, according to him, you are not going to have high BP because you are not going to be envious of anybody. And then he was also talking about people investing outside their communities, their states, and the country. And he's right. If you see Nigerians' investments and the property they buy elsewhere,
it's something else.
It can actually make the difference.
Yes, that's true. All right.
So it's extra speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi, and of course it's live. You can call 08084275464. That's 08084275464 if you want to contribute. And back here on Facebook, Francis Tenyito says, I give myself a 9 out of 10 for my tolerance levels, because we're asking people their level of tolerance. So he's saying he does tolerate 9 out of 10. So just one that he drops out. Wedipa says, Bernard says, good morning, MMEMSHiMA King, the Queen. Good morning, King James YiYE, the radio wizard. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, listeners across the globe. Welcome to another new week of supernatural breakthroughs. Mr. Emeka and Engineer Akbar have stolen the show. What else can I say? Nigerians need to tolerate one another and accept the fact that this is our country and we just need to build it and make everything work for us. That's Wedic Parties with Bernard. So you can call 08084275464. That's 08084275464. And thanks to all of you who have sent us money to Asking Media account. If you want the account number, we can still give it to you. Tezungo Frank Motor says, good morning, King James YiYE, MMEMSHiMA King in the studio. First, I congratulate Asking Radio Speed FM Radio for 2 years anniversary. Keep on doing good work to the world, streaming live in Ikoyi, Lagos. Thank you very much. And so back to Alamashagodobe team before anybody calls. Let's hear what people are saying about tolerance.
Anybody who I do tolerate because of the fear of God I have in me. It makes me to tolerate some type of incidents. But as of today, anybody who offended me, I will just forgive that person, because of today is the day that we will tolerate anything that comes towards us. So anybody that did me something, because of today, I will forgive that person. But after today, If you offend me, I will just think what to do to you back. So that is what I have to say. As for me, I will respect today because it's like today is a D-Day. So I will respect today.
Alele is enough. Okay, so he was interviewed on World Tolerance
Day, yes.
So for him, that was October.
Yeah.
So he's saying that because of the day, it's only that day that he was going to tolerate.
Yeah.
But after that,
he's ready for anybody. In fact, he's going to think about what he's going to do to the person. So I was also thinking that, is tolerance a good thing in this our present society?
it is.
Okay.
At every point in time, it is. Now, if you go back to what Engineer Alpha says, at individual levels, it simply means if you cannot tolerate and you are sounding like you are a superhuman being, without errors, without blemish, so it's the other people that only offend you. So you are sitting like the Superman, the Superwoman, seeing people's faults, that it's only them that you can tolerate. You don't see anything. Because as you are doing that with that behavior and you are laughing and thinking somebody has offended you or somebody has displayed their excesses on you, you may be doing even worse.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. I get it.
So that is why even at the society level, Emeka, he and Emeka is saying that what have you done for your own country?
For your own country, yeah.
So they are talking about Andrews. Back to the program I did, I think, I don't know whether it was in the 80s or in the 90s. They said, I didn't see it. Perhaps I did. I've forgotten. I don't know where I was. But there was an orientation kind of, an awareness kind of jingle on television and on radio across the country. So there was the character called Andrew, emphasizing that he was checking out. So the day I invited people to come and do the program on brain drain, as I said, I got lucky. Lucky was a graduate who wanted to check out of Nigeria by every means possible. So I got lucky through research. And then I got Chukura Ode, I think that's the name. He was the Comptroller General of Immigrations to tell us from the immigration parts of their mandates how they're trying to control migration. And then I got Chioma. Chioma was working for an NGO that was going, I think it's ABC something for arts for behavioral change. They were going out to check Nigerians who checked out of the country thinking that they couldn't tolerate Nigeria again. So they found that a lot of them were in cardboard boxes outside the country or somewhere in jails, especially in the US. So she was guest as well. And then I got Professor Chukudi, I've forgotten the names. The professor that was in the US that came on sabbatical that I told you about. So the first day was to do the show at the BBC in Abuja. The Comptroller General of Immigration came with a convoy of 9 cars. So my colleagues were like, wow, King, just one man. He came out with 9 cars. I was in the studio and he came to tell me he came with 9 cars. I said, you counted? I said, yeah, there's no space in the compound for his entourage. So he came into the studio and then I introduced him to my guest. You know what he asked me?
Tell me.
Where is the IG of police? Where is the Comptroller General of Customs? I said, no, I don't need them. I need you as immigration. This is my topic. He said, you brought me to sit on the same table with this Andrew. He pointed at Lucky, because I had to explain the role of everyone on the program before we start the program. And then he said, you bring me to come and sit with an Andrew. I said, excuse me, you don't talk down on my guest. He has a role to play. Do you know that the CJ of Customs Immigration, he walked out?
Wow.
And he left. Wow. So I tried to get people there to talk and they were like, Oga came and left. It's me. You want them to sack me? So it took me another 2 weeks to try to get people from there. Lastly, I got I think that's the DG of IOM, International Office of Migration in Nigeria.
Yes.
He was an Italian, and the English was not too good, but I had to do my show.
Of course.
All right. So that's about Andrews. Those of you listening and you don't know Andrews, that was what Andrews cost me on my show for the BBC in 2006. Okay, so we're back here and we're still here. We never went anywhere though.
Exactly.
It's extra speed and tolerance. Yeah. What's your level of tolerance? 1 to 10? Yeah.
So tell me, how about me? How well do you tolerate me? Tell me.
100%.
Oh, okay, 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there is nothing to tolerate.
Okay.
It's not, you don't do anything.
Oh, really?
You don't do anything bad for me to begin to start tolerate you.
Okay.
You don't do, just little things like, what do you do?
Stay in the bedroom for long.
Yeah, when we're about to come for extra speed.
Yes.
And you want to have the whole day having your bath. But then I'm saying, come on, Memshi. There are emergency kind of bathing and all of that. Because you had your bath. It's not as if you are coming from the farm.
Yeah, and you want to sleep in the bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. These are the ones that I tolerate. Sometimes I just go to the studio. What would I do? I just try to do something and wait for you to finish.
Thank you.
That's that one.
I'll change.
Then sometimes you are with your phone too much. And then I'm saying, Memshi, you are talking with people that are virtual and your family is here. Because sometimes the kids, they prefer to come to the room and to stay with us.
But at times I'm trying to read and
That's defense.
Okay. That's true.
Yeah, so I tolerate that defense. It's extra speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. 08084275464 is tolerance. World Tolerance Day is coming up in October, and we'll still be doing this and talking to you. But today, tolerance should be an everyday thing.
Of course, it should be.
Yeah, so
it should be an everyday thing.
Let's hear from this man.
Okay.
I myself personally am somebody who tolerates a lot, but the way things are going on now, everywhere things are difficult. In our homes, things are difficult. In our working places, things are difficult. You find difficulty everywhere. Prices of fuel, even at times to get fuel is a problem, to go about is a problem. So it has gotten to an extent whereby in other ways I do not tolerate again. Me being somebody who tolerates everybody, but at times I lose my temper not to tolerate anyone again. And sit tolerate more personally come tolerate.
Oh, Kuma.
Okay.
So that's the whole idea. So now you understand better what Engineer Pa is saying.
Yeah.
He says he's not comfortable with the term generally,
yes,
and especially at individual level. But even when I asked him at the country level, where your country fails to provide things for you, he is still saying that
what have you done
exactly
for your country instead?
Yeah, so you should think of what your country. You shouldn't think of what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And that's where you have Andrews checking out and all of that, not knowing where they're actually going to land. And we were watching that other documentary.
Which one?
The Man That Fell Off the Plane. I think that's the title of that documentary. Let me check it. The Man That Fell Off. The Man That
Was
Fell
it called The Sky?
Okay, the man that fell from the sky.
Yes.
The man that fell from
the sky. Yeah. That was actually
the man who fell from the sky.
It was a tragedy, seriously. Yeah. It was really pathetic watching the documentary, No, it was terrible. I can't even imagine. Yeah. Just because I want to go to another man's land. Then I'll have to
the wings or the engine
without
of
thinking
plane.
About the side effects I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine it.
So that is that you try to do that just because you want to go to another man's country. And
so I'm also looking at an instance where at a workplace your workers are coming late all the time, and you keep on complaining to them that you guys are always coming late, and you tolerate that attitude. Do you think it's good for the company?
It's not.
Exactly.
It's not, because there should be some disciplinary measures, So that is another angle you are bringing, which is good. Perhaps that's when Engineer Patu would see that even at human levels and organizational levels, I mean, he shouldn't just say tolerance as a word that he upholds. Because it brings a lot of indiscipline.
Of course,
people do things the way they want. You say things. Why, for me, if you go back to Emeka, he says if you tolerate, you're not going to have BP. So what I always feel, what I always feel, and why I tolerate is this: you take your organization to a certain level, and people know that somehow, even without them, that place will function. And so it's for you to train yourself, actually. But if you feel too important, you ask yourself, when I don't come, when I'm not there, is there any vacancy felt? Is there any vacuum felt? So if you're able to answer that, the answer is no.
It's no,
The other day, as a way of performance kind of thing, so I did a little bit of it, asking people to write. I think I wasn't even in
you were
Benin.
not around.
And what can to write? I can ask.
To write
without.
That without you, would this station still run?
So people were writing so many things, and say everybody said without them,
the station will actually survive. It will actually run. You understand?
And they gave reasons.
Yeah.
So in as much as you have human beings, everybody contributing and working, to some extent, you discover that without you, it will still run.
It will still run. Yes, that's true.
So if you are not doing your job, if you are not doing what you are supposed to do, it means you're not training yourself. You're having that civil service mentality. It's Tolerance on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. Alama Shagodebi is out here asking people.
This is Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
And tolerance is all about human understanding, your personality as a person. We tolerate by understanding the human being we are dealing with, the people in our society, the personalities we are dealing with. If you understand this personality doesn't want this, you try to accommodate him and know the way you operate with him and tolerate him. Like some persons are hot-tempered, you know that this person is a hot-tempered person. You will not go to the limit to offend him so that he will do this thing. He will get upset. So we tolerate each other because we need people around us. We need human, our brothers and sisters, family, friends around us. So if you can't tolerate, you cannot stay with anyone around you. I'm doing it today.
Okay, so I do it not just today. So from the angle he's coming, I have seen a different perspective to this. So it's not just about you sitting and thinking that you are perfect and the other person is not
perfect.
But he is saying that some people naturally are hot-tempered. So when you are with them, he is saying, how do you...
You should know how you approach them or say things when you are around them.
Yes. Yeah. So that is the angle he's coming
from, yes.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Menshi and KiNG JAMES, yes. I came back online.
Okay.
The angle of maybe people playing truancy at work, coming to work late as in teasing and the rest. See, these things, they have rules. Before you are given employment, you have the rules, and you sign that you are going to abide by the rules of that organization. So when you violate the rules, adequate punishment to be meted out to you, can be given query, it will be corrected. You can't tolerate that kind of thing now. If you need to tolerate that kind of flagrant disregard to consider authority, then there will be anarchy. So that's not the angle I was looking at it from. The angle I was talking about from, especially on personal basis, when some people think they are always perfect. The other people that are wrong, so and tolerating them without checking their own lives. In an organization, there are rules and regulations. Come to work late, you'll be given a query. It is normal. It is normal. And so that you can be given a chance to defend yourself. That's what they call the uttering pattern, law of natural justice. You understand? And when your query is not satisfactory, the authority is at liberty to do whatever they can do to you. That is not what shouldn't be tolerating when somebody is doing evil.
try to bring down an organization. That's not the angle I was looking at it from at all. Because in the world, if you don't keep the rules, you don't keep the regulation, there will be anarchy. So we know what to do at the time. But on a personal basis, there are some people who think that they are perfect. They always find fault with other people without thinking that they also can be at fault. I say, I'm tolerating you. Why are you tolerating that person? Are you the standard? That's what I'm trying to say, actually. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I understand him.
Yes.
I truly understand where he's coming at, So, individual level,
Yes, trying to blame someone. Meanwhile, you're not checking your own self to actually see your own fault, and you're making it look as if you're so perfect, So that's the angle that he was coming from, But I also feel there are so many aspects to this tolerance, because we might be saying, okay, he said he doesn't like the word tolerance, which I accept because of the angle in which he was looking at it. But then I just feel like in general, at least there are some things we shouldn't tolerate, even at home. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, MMEMSHiMA.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning, King James.
Good morning.
Yeah, I want to congratulate you for attaining 2 years.
Thank you.
My name is Mr. Amos Amu. I'm calling from Agan.
Okay,
Right, Amos.
Yes.
Tolerance.
I want to contribute to this topic you brought.
Okay.
It's a very interesting topic. Personally, I tolerate everybody. The reason being is that I take myself to be the least person in the society.
Speak out, Amos.
And based on what Emeka said, concerning investing in your society or contributing to your society, some people are skeptical. The reason being is that there are some persons that are fond of pulling people down. Whenever they see that you have something that is giving you happiness, they're trying to take away that particular thing. So some persons are very, very skeptical. That is why you see that they go outside the country to invest, leaving their own country. Some people will leave their own locality and go to other states to invest because they are afraid of their people. That is why our country is coming down every day. We are not going anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amos. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Amos. It's Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. And of course, we are looking at tolerance. And you can call 08084275464, 08084275464. And Amos is saying that some people, reacting to what Emeka says, that they don't invest in their communities.
Their country,
or state. So they're afraid of.
They're afraid to go and do that somewhere
they're
else.
Afraid of people pulling
them down. Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, MMEMSHiMA King James.
Good morning.
Morning.
Isaac, aka Tuziki, calling from Aganto Gate.
Okay, Isaac. Go on. We're talking about tolerance this morning.
Yes.
How well do you tolerate people?
I do tolerate everybody, but there's limits I tolerate. Because in my house, I don't like my environment looking dirty. So sometimes if I allow my children to be doing things anyhow, like my wife in particular, sometimes she will break this ogushi melon and throw it anyhow. So I always be annoyed with her. So there's a level you tolerate people and there's a level you tell them, no, this is where I can tolerate people and this is where I can't tolerate. Limits are in particular areas that you can tolerate because giving people excess chance to do things, sometimes they misbehave, particularly women and children. Let me emphasize on this people. Yes. No, my emphasis on children because I'm with women. Their behavior is almost the same. No, women sometimes we do wrong them, but let me be particular on them because if I allow your children to be roaming about, sometimes they come back late. If you are a mature person, you know when to come back and when not to come back. But if you allow your children to be going out, they could feel, I don't know, my dad, it doesn't concern me whether we go out and come back at any time. It doesn't complain. So, in my own case, I do tolerate, but there is limit. I will not tolerate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isaac. I think I like Isaac's angle. I enjoyed it so much. There's a limit to which you can tolerate something. Just as I was about to say before, a caller called, at home, you try and tolerate your children, what they do, but it's hurting you. They are destroying what you have actually put your sweat, your hard-earned money into, but they destroy it. You just like, don't do this, don't destroy that, but you're just tolerating their nonsense or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's affecting you as a parent. You understand? So I think there should be a limit in which we tolerate people at home.
So we should stop saying one day I'll beat you, one day I'll beat you. We should actually beat.
Yes, and stop saying one day.
Otherwise, they keep thinking Daddy will just say it,
and he will not do anything. You know.
So Amos. Isaac mentions particularly that the wife, because he likes clean environment, and when his wife peels egusi and scatters the peels. That reminds me, when we did a program on what man should not do at home, remember, was it Emeka
that said,
how can you go to a house, man should not peel egusi?
Oh yes. That one I see finish. Egusi is a no.
So women should call down. Isaac says women and children are the ones that bring problem at home that he can't tolerate any longer. And then he says that women sometimes behave like children. So women should call now. We haven't got much time. Defend yourself if you behave like children. 08084275464. Extra speed, we're looking at tolerance. Women call, women should call. 08084275464. Isaac thinks,
I think if women call, it's going to be a disaster, because I'm actually trying to look at it. Maybe there might be a time when the husband, that's Isaac, might annoy the wife, and she feels okay, the only way to get on him is to throw egusi around, because he's going to get angry, you know. So
let her call and see.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, King James and his wifey.
Morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, my name is Isabella Tewase.
All right.
I'm calling away from George's quarters.
Okay.
Right, Isabella. Yeah. You heard Isaac.
Isabella.
Yes, go on.
Isabella or Isabella?
Isabella.
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 Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay, such an interesting topic. I've heard about how many speakers come up with their various angles about tolerance. And there are a few I agree with and some that I do not agree with, but that is my opinion anyway.
Yes.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Okay, the last one I heard you encouraging women to call, and I just had to call.
Thank you.
If there's one thing we both have in common, it is that we are human. So we can't totally blame the woman, neither can we totally blame the man. We all have our excesses, we all have our shortcomings and all of that. When we talk about tolerance, most times what we look into is more like patience and endurance. And me personally, I do not tolerate a person. I tolerate the attitude. So most times when somebody says, I cannot tolerate you, it's indirectly saying, I cannot tolerate the attitude you're putting up at the moment. We cannot just generalize and say that, okay, no, I can't tolerate this person. You know, I'm hot-tempered. It's a choice. You can be hot-tempered. You can choose not to be. But it takes reasoning for you to want to be that person who is good, that person who is bad. Everyone can decide to be mad. But I personally have decided to be patient, to be a patient person. I am not perfect. I am not perfect, and I do not speak for other people. Mems, I heard you saying something about arguing being normal. It isn't normal. It isn't normal. Because you've not been to all the homes. Most marriages, I've heard a friend tell me that, look, since I married my husband, this is 20-something years, we've never quarreled. I found that difficult to believe, but I am not in her house. That is her own opinion. That is what she has told me. So I cannot go and say, oh my goodness, all homes have arguments or all homes are wonderful. And about checking out of the country, yes, things are tough. Everywhere is just so tough. People are crying and wailing. But is leaving the country the best? Just like someone said, you don't even know what is in that other country. You just want to go there. I was privileged to watch Andrew. I'm checking out. I was a little child, but it was something we were always looking forward to watch because, he was so dressed, Yankee-ish and all that, and checking out. So I witnessed that, and he had his reasons. But I tell you, those times he had those reasons are not as tough as now that I am an adult. But you can imagine then we saw things wonderful and beautiful. But he as an adult then was like, my goodness, this is horrible. I can't live in this country. But what I'm seeing now is tougher than then. So all in all, tolerance is about personality, your own opinion. If there's anyone that can tolerate all persons, it is God. Only God, because none is perfect. And so you can't say, no, I can't take this. When I'm hot, I can't turn cool. When I'm red, I can't be white. No, that's your opinion. You can choose to be who you want to be. But it takes you sitting down to understand who you are, looking inwards. We don't need anybody to impose on you that this is this or this is that.
Right.
So, but we should learn to be patient with people and try to understand them before we condemn them or say otherwise. I think that's all for now.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for putting up a good show.
All right, thank you.
All right, yeah. So
she broke it down.
Yeah, she did.
She touched every angle. To tell you the reason why people they do this, and it's also your decision to actually tolerate people or not to tolerate them. Hello.
Yeah. So no, not caller yet. We're expecting one. So,
I thought there was.
So it's also about how to say. Okay, there is a caller now.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Blessing Achimugu.
Okay, Blessing.
I'm calling from BRS office.
Okay, go on. Okay, go on.
On the topic of tolerance this morning, I think that every human being should have some level of tolerance.
Okay.
It's not a bad idea because as humans, we have our own flaws. We have our own weaknesses. So imagine that I'm walking on the streets and somebody steps on my foot and I don't have tolerance. I may react.
Yeah.
In families where husband and wife live, imagine that the wife has no tolerance for her husband's excesses. There will be problems, quarreling and fighting. And the other man was talking about not liking the attitude of his wife, maybe because of one or two things. I feel that they should be able to come together to reach a compromise. Talk to her, sit her down, tell her these are those things I don't want. Over time, she will change. Because in other situations, it's vice versa. Sometimes it's the men that are dirty and not the women. Sometimes the woman will clean the house and the man will come, remove his boxers and fling it somewhere. So when you come and fling a boxer and the wife just finished cleaning, what do you expect of that woman? There will be problem. So we should be able to set healthy boundaries in situations like that. Don't do this, please. And always be polite. When you are trying to explain, let the other party understand your own view from where you are coming. Because most of the times we misunderstand ourselves in relationships.
That's true.
So that is where we have issues. And the issue of traveling out of this country, it is our country. It has come to stay. Whether we like it or not, you cannot erase your name from Nigeria. It is our country. We all can make it better place. If you find out that it's not tolerable, you can actually find a better way to do things. A lot of people are learning new things. When tomato became very expensive, people started using what's it called? Carrots and other things, cabbage to make stew. Now, if it gets hot this way, turn the other way around. In all conclusion, I'm trying to say that we should set healthy boundaries, understand where tolerance comes in, because we should be able to tolerate each other. In a world where we live in, if you don't tolerate each other, there will be a lot of problems.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so
Thank you,
much,
Blessing.
Blessing. Thank you.
You see why I like women to call?
Yes.
Yeah, when they
the
call.
calmness,
You know.
the way they educate you, you know, we are the real G.
Oh, yeah. You are. Okay, so women have stolen the show.
Yes, they have.
Thank you, women,
They
for
have.
calling. And I like when they listen to my call. When I say please call and they call, I like it. Okay. So it's time to say bye. Not just bye, you can say something.
Yeah, well, in all and all, the simple definition of tolerance that I can give is just acceptance, just to accept people for who they are. But then you should also try and let people know when they are getting beyond your limits, and let them know that no, this one don't pass. Water don't pass, Gary, so please try and readjust.
All right, so from King James, that's what it means. Tolerate us and listen to 98.5 Speed FM and stay in Niger. Don't go anywhere. Patience Didier Lucia bringing this message. See you tomorrow.
All right, bye.